As you can see, the original screws came all the way through the coach roof. I didn't realise this at the time because they were hidden by the headlining. There are a few nasty repairs on the coach roof that I need to sort out at some point in the future, but at the moment I just need to clean up what was left from the old sheaves and blocks. Eventually I plan to sand these old repairs down and fit them in properly, paint them up, make them look nice, but at the moment my priority is to get these sheaves back on and get my boat watertight because I've got buckets everywhere because of the rain coming in. After cleaning up the old adhesive from the old blocks, I then re-drilled the holes. I'd previously filled the top of the holes with just normal household silicone just to try and keep the rain out while I was working away. So I've re-drilled the holes, basically slightly bigger than they were, to give me nice clean holes and dry so that I've got something, a good surface for the epoxy to stick to. Here I've made a thickened epoxy to the consistency, I would say, of cheap ketchup. So own brand supermarket ketchup, so slightly runny. I'm poking the holes with a cocktail stick to remove any trapped air bubbles.
Well, that was a disaster. It's dark, it's about 4 degrees, it's pissing down with rain, and I still haven't filled holes in the top of my boat. For some reason the holes were just sucking up all the epoxy. I don't know where it was going, but it was going somewhere. So now I've run out. I've got about 15 holes in the roof of my boat and I'm working away this week, so I'm not going to be able to get back down to it till next Saturday. So what state it's going to be in, I have absolutely no idea. Well, we're back on the boat. It's a week later. I've been working away all week and rain stopped late last time, so I couldn't finish what I was doing. So I'm down on the boat. It's Friday night. It's about 4 degrees outside. They forecast 50 to 55 mile an hour winds in the morning, so I'm going to sleep on the boat tonight, hopefully, and get up first thing in the morning and try and finish filling these holes in with epoxy before the weather turns really bad. But from about 10 o'clock in the morning, they're forecasting 50 to 55 mile an hour winds, so we'll see how we go. Before I can get to sleep tonight though, I need to sort out this boat because it is like an absolute tip. If I turn you around, I can show you. So basically all that quarter berth absolutely ram packed with stuff. Tools everywhere, can't even get on the table, bags, drip trays for the leaks through the holes. Just managed to clean this one berth up. Kettle's on, so that's a good thing. I've also got the diesel heater on if you can hear it. But I'm going to be sleeping in here tonight, and as you can see, I really need to sort it out because there's not even any cushions there. So that's my first job. Considering the forecast for the morning is so horrendous, I don't know whether you're going to be able to see this, but it is a beautiful evening. There's not a breath of wind and a clear sky. Okay, so we're getting there. Bed sorted. Some would say claustrophobic. I would say cozy. While I'm here, I'm going to sort out my fishing stuff, because I got boxes, I got bags, don't even know what's in this. All sorts. Rigs, more rigs, more rigs, more rigs, weights. Oh, a lure I didn't know I had. Let's have a sort out. First issue, damp sleeping bag. Praise the Lord for diesel heaters. Sorry about the noise of the heater, but this is why I'm staying on the boat tonight. Morning, 7 o'clock. Not too much wind yet, so I need to get up and make a start on round 2.
There's a very good reason why these 2 holes weren't filling. They actually drilled down into the centre of a stiffening rib that goes the full width of the boat, which is hollow. So I was just filling the hollow cavity with epoxy. What I've done here is made a much thicker mix of epoxy, which I've had to force into the holes, but it didn't run into the cavity, which meant that it sealed up the holes.
Can't find my Stanley knife, so just
Health and safety, look away.
just gonna have to butcher it. Right, so the last side was a bit of a disaster. We're going to try and do this one a lot cleaner. And we've got the right tools for the right job this time, so we should be all right. For some reason, on this boat, the sheaves on that side are further forward than they are this side. This one's further towards the back, towards the hatch. So what I'm going to do is leave them as they are. I'm going to fit this one further back to the hatch, see which one is better. So once we've done a couple of sails and we know which one is performing better, then I'll move the other one to keep the boat looking nice and tidy. So let's get this one marked up first. So this time, a lot less gloop. Sorry, am I doing the concentrating tongue sticking out in?
I don't know, I'm doing the concentrating, making sure you're actually in the shot. I'm trying to avoid that wire.
Okay. Forgot the gloves again. Okay, that's kind of what I was going for on the last one, but it didn't happen. But this time, I'm gonna let that dry, go around then with the Stanley knife, scrape it all off once it's dry, fill in any gaps. Job done. Let's get the ropes back in and see what it looks like. Okay, so now the sheaves are in place. I now have to figure out what does what. So it's been, don't know, five months since we actually did anything with the boat. So I've now got to go through all the ropes, lines, sheets, whatever terminology you want to use, and figure out what they are, where they go, what they're doing, and where I'm going to run them. Okay, so that's all the lines and the ropes sorted. So now I can show you what the sheaves actually do. So all the lines run back to the cockpit, as you can see. And I'm hoping now that it makes a bit of sense. So all the lines run down the mast, come out the bottom of the mast, across the top of the deck, through the sheaves, down, through the clutches, back to the cockpit. And hopefully now you can see what I mean about port side, the sheaves are further forward, starboard side, they're further back. So right up against the coach roof, starboard side, port side, further forward. And I think I'm going to put them further back, because as you can see on this one, they've got nice clearance on the coach roof and all the lines run nicely. On the port side, all the lines come down through the sheave, but then they rub in on the coach roof. And I think if I put them further back and out, they'll miss the coach roof. And unfortunately, it's the one I made a pig's ear of, and there's sealant everywhere, which I'm going to have to scrape off and resort and probably re-epoxy the blocks, but hey yo, that's all part of it. I've also got a list of jobs that I have to do. So, right, started from the front. Anchor tube, I need to sort something out because there's rainwater getting in there somewhere. Coming back. Don't know if you can see it, but up there past the spreaders is a deck light. Bulb's gone in that, need to get up there and change that somehow. Don't know how, but we'll give it a go. I've got a bosun's chair, I just can't get up the mast in it. I haven't got enough strength in my arms and the winches aren't strong enough, but we'll have to sort something out. That's one job. Another job is to replace the windows. As you can see, they're all cracked and crazed. Bought the plastic, so I've got the acrylic to change those. Just got to get around to doing it. In the rear, I've got a few little holes from things that have been fitted before that need to be changed. Well, basically filled in, made to look nice. All this wood needs sanding down and sorting, including the rubbing streak on the side, which I can show you. So the rubbing streak on the side needs to be rubbed down, sanded. The toe rails need to be done. Handrails up on the coach roof, they need to be done. Windows, don't know if you can see it better from this side, that needs to be done. 2 winches. This one, I want to change it for a larger winch. Winch on the other side, if I can do it without breaking my neck. Needs stripping down and greasing. Well, they all need stripping down and greasing, but the 2 on top of the coach roof are actually very stiff and not doing a lot, so that needs doing. Here I fitted some USB sockets, voltage indicator and a switch, but I want to remove that, put a fresh piece of acrylic. You can see, put a fresh piece of acrylic here and then refit everything nicely so everything is sealed. Got a mount here. This mount is for the navigation tablet, sat nav if you want to call it a sat nav. That's there, that's what the power's for. So that's another job that's got to be done. Just looking back, I got a few hinges that need sorting. So hinge on the back of there, a couple of nuts missing, so that needs sorting. Need to get that done. Wind vane, need to sort that out because that's not working properly, so that's a job on my list. Rear light, don't know if you can see, but there's a light on the back, on the stern, that's not working. It's disconnected inside somehow. So if I have a sit and a cup of tea. I've also got to service the engine, that needs doing. I've got a leak in the front, not sure what's causing it, but I think it's rainwater because it's only an issue in the winter. What else have I got to do? Main seal. Actually, I'm going to show you that if I can. Okay, so without catching fire on the diesel heater, as you can see, white fluid around the seal, but that isn't my concern. My concern is how corroded the actual ring is. It's virtually corroded through, so I need to sort that out ASAP. Unfortunately, it's about £900 for the parts, 250 quid to get hauled out. Not to mention the other bits and pieces, the sealant, etc. that I'm going to need. So yeah, but it needs to be done because, as you can see, it's pretty bad. that was a disaster. Freezing cold, pissing down with rain, dark. Couldn't get the holes to fill on in the coach room. Oh, fucking.
What?
We found him.
Can you see all this stuff? It's not by filming me, love. You need to film what I'm doing.
Try telling me that then, dickhead.
Well, if you stand up there, you'll be able to see me and what I'm doing.
What you're going to find, I think, is that your jacket's just going to make rattly noises on your microphone.
Okay, it's done what I wanted it to do, but it doesn't look like I wanted it to look. So, right screwdriver bit, less black loop, right size holes.
I mean, the right size hole is always useful.